Again, a very important and a difficult topic because uh, exactly 30 years back, the famous telephone call from the then Chief Minister of West Bengal, Mr. Jyoti Basu, to the then Telecommunication Minister, Mr. Sukram, was over the mobile telephone. And that was India's first mobile telephone call, barely 30 years back. And you all have seen in the 30 years what has happened to this industry. You can't even recognize the industry, recognize the phones that were used in the first call. And that call was only for call and SMS. It was, and now with your phone, you can do so many things. So the India's mobile industry, the 30th anniversary of 225, beginning with the first call, as I told you, and this historic call really transformed the lives of so many people, and it got so many small businesses running. So transforming mobile phones from an elite luxury product to a necessity of billions of Indians, with sector evolving from the early 2G, we could barely hear and send SMS networks, to high tariff, to right now very easy tariffs of data, high volume of data with the current 5G. I remember when I first joined the industry way back in 2021, I sold SIM cards in Ahmedabad, 16 rupees a minute outgoing call and 12 rupees a minute incoming call. So people would use the phone as a pager. They would never even receive an incoming call because they would have to pay 12 rupees a minute. That was the beginnings of my journey in the mobile telecommunication industry. And I was an operator. So I used to work for, that time we used to sell the AT&T brand, which was the Birla Tata AT&T communication company, you know. Then in January of 2022, I'm jumping a little bit because it's a long history, the government set a goal to achieve electronics production of 300 billion until 25-26, and with a strong focus on improving exports of smartphones. And as you know, we have two factories of iPhone, the most advanced version in Chennai and Bangalore. This has helped India become the second largest mobile phone manufacturer globally, as well as associated equipment, with over 200 manufacturing facilities operating within the country since January of 2025. In the earlier panel in the morning, we also saw people who actually do manufacturing of products, services, solution, you know, and value-added distribution and artificial intelligence, cybersecurity. We covered all that during the course of the day. So the short point I'm trying to make is that the whole mobile telephony industry, one of the biggest advantages has been taken by the Indian economy after, I think, the Chinese economy. No other economy in the world has taken this type of a benefit of the mobile ecosystem development. So right now, India, as you know, there are 4 screens, it's well known. First screen is the movie screen, the second screen is the television screen, the third screen is the laptop screen or the desktop screen, and the fourth screen is the mobile phone, the screen on the phone. India has jumped many screens. Of course, you still go to movies, you see movies, you still see the television, but a lot of people do not even have a laptop or a desktop at home or in the office. So they have jumped directly from the second screen to the fourth screen. So they use this for seeing serials while waiting for a bus stop. They use this for banking, the UPI payments, etc. They use WhatsApp for doing business, correcting complicated legal documents using WhatsApps, maybe sometimes standing next to a bus stop. So you're so well connected that you are always doing business on the mobile situation. People don't even have an office. You don't need an office. This office is here. So what I'm trying to make is this 30 years has changed the complete lifestyle of Indians. And there are, whatever, 600 million smartphone users, maybe more. But 600 million is 3 times the size of the European continent. So you can imagine how powerful this force is, and we have taken the maximum advantage of this. We have the lowest data rates in the world, 9 rupees per GB, etc. Whereas all other countries are struggling with high data rates, so they don't even send a proper message. Here we go on sending so many messages and videos and so on and so forth. So the point I'm trying to make is the mobile revolution has been a really big and genuine revolution which has helped the Indian economy and its population to generate employment, to generate growth, build their businesses big or small, and take the economy forward. I think India's GDP of, we are the fourth largest now in the world, would not have been achieved have we not harnessed the mobile telephony industry in the manner which we did. And that is the genius of all Indians running small or big businesses. They have had the innovation and entrepreneurial zeal to get this industry going in that speed. And this would be probably the fastest growing business of modern times. With that, I'd like to open the panel, and I'd like to request, I start with Mr. Kamlesh Sharma of iGear. Now, around the mobile phone, to go a little bit deeper, the phone is, of course, an important product. But around the phone, there are a lot of accessories and a lot of equipment, like you have a charger, you have earbuds, you have cases, you have so many things you have, So, and you have power banks and etc., etc. So, the mobile phone, because it becomes so important to us, so we always make sure the accessories also, we buy good quality accessories and we keep it properly. We store all the accessories carefully. If you look at the ornamental value of the mobile phone, if you look at the mobile phone in that perspective, there are women and men also who would spare money, maybe not buy so much jewelry, but buy the best iPhone. So the phone, when you take out something from your vanity bag or from your briefcase, you are judged by what you have taken out. Oh, you have taken an iPhone, huh? She must be a big shot, or he must be a big shot. So these are values which are attributed to the accessories and the products which you have. If you wear in the early days, if you wear I'm not wearing, if you wear a very buttoned up, studded, let's say, a clip on your shirt or on your this thing, you would say, oh my God, what he is wearing. But it's now on the phone. So everything is on the phone. So all accessories, all jewelry, everything is in and around the phone. I have seen people putting like almost a diamond, it may not be pure diamond stud, on the phone. So people, the whole idea is they love their phone, they care for the phone, because the phone gives them their life, their business. So it is a place where you live, work and play inside the phone. So that's an important thing. So iGear is a company which does a lot of mobile accessories, and it is better you hear from him how he does it and what are the sort of challenges and the product opportunities which are there, because this phone is going to go to the next stage of evolution. I believe in the next 5 years, this format of the phone which you all have in your pocket today will no longer be there. It will be something else. I don't know what it is, but it will be something else. As much as if you 10 years back, or when the first phone call was made, the phone was so heavy. Even when I got my mobile phone, firstly it was very expensive. I would not personally buy it because I was a senior person. The company gave me a phone, I took a phone. Otherwise I would not buy it. I would be scared to use the phone because the bills are so high. So from that, it's come to a situation where I can go and buy a phone now, because it has become, for the value of the phone, and it's not a phone. It's actually a computer you're walking around with. So with that said, we have also paucity of time. I love this topic. I want to go on and on, but I'd like to hand over to Mr. Kamlesh Sharma. Please, sir.
Thanks, Mr. Dey, and it's a privilege to be sitting next along with you with such a learned man and such a great experience. Good evening, only a lady and all gentlemen here. I am Kamlesh Sharma. I represent a brand iGear. I'm a founder of this brand. We are a premium lifestyle accessories brand. Now that is what we call ourselves. Why we call that and where we are and what we are doing, I'll just take a minute about talking about my brand and then coming to Mr. Dey's questions. We started this brand for the underserved. iGear creates products which are innovative, which are affordable, which are stylish, which has a differentiation. and that was missing in the market. And what was missing in the market? Not for the metros, not for the urban. Tier 2, Tier 3 town is where we are, and that is where we our focus been. There, the customers wants product which are premium, which are affordable to the pocket, but never been served to them, and hence that's where we saw the gap, and that's where we been serving the customers. Products what we create, we are not running around with one category, as rightly said by Mr. Dey. Mobile phone has created accessories market. Mobile phone is the nerve center for accessories, and what not with accessories with mobile phone. Today you say audio, today you say audio has various categories, speakers or earbuds. Today health tech and lifestyle is getting attached with mobile. So there are chargers, power banks. So this is the ecosystem which is running around to the surrounding of the mobile, and that's the market which has been created, and that's the reason we are in this business. There are many challenges, but there are opportunities also. So one has to maneuver through challenges to look towards the opportunity. Today the market is flooded, cluttered with various products. All products look alike. So how does somebody overcome that challenge? You need to create a differentiation. Market demands affordability for a premium products. How do you do that? So we need to really figure out right product pricing so that we counter the cheap imports in India. That is where you need to look at. Today government is also scrutinizing lot on e-waste. That is another challenge. These are the things which a brand needs to think, overcome, and see in the future. How do they look at becoming eco-friendly, using biodegradable products? These are the opportunities what I see. Opportunities such as smart, now everything is getting into AI, so smart products will be the another play. That will be smart wearables, AI glasses coming into play, earbuds coming into play. Why not look at chargers? Now there are big players in the market. There is a good friend of mine sitting right on to me is Stuff Cool and Urban. Let's give a hands to them. They have created a market in the accessories. So the next I would say is, I think what I see, you can correct me, chargers would be going into smart chargers, where rather they look at the health of the mobile phone in terms of, usually what you do is when you charge your phone, you forget it, you keep it charging throughout the night. But smart chargers will come into play where you set the AI into play, cut off the power when the battery is completely charged. So these are the opportunities. I think we need to look into it. Health tech is coming into big play. Health tech plus lifestyle, you add portable massages. Everybody is getting into the overall. All the audience will agree with me. Health and fitness has become a major role into everyone's life. So health tech would also be another opportunity what we see in the accessories category. So all in all, what I say, our success formula is always been look at premiumness, look at affordability, but do not lose the quality. Today customer is looking at a quality product. End of the day, you need to win customer trust. If you win the customer trust, your market will automatically be made, and that is the focus which cannot be lost. And today all the audience, all the customer is very much informed. They need to experience right quality, right product, right innovation. And the market is very big for all the players to come and enjoy. The ocean is so big that everybody can swim across and create their own identity. The only play in the market for the brands would be create an identity, create your niche. Do not leave the niche, do not follow the herd, rather you become a creator, let people follow you if they want. That is how we believe in, and I think that's the success formula for iGear as a brand, and that's the way I look at it. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. I think you've given a major perspective to the industry. As you rightly said, power is a very important part of the whole mobile game, and you put on the charger and the power should automatically get switched off. It doesn't happen now. So the future charging will be different. It may be you're charging through the Wi-Fi, it may be a wireless charging completely. So as the industry evolves, even your charging will be completely different. Maybe you can charge in a bus stop and there is some connection and you put some code or something and you charge. So you may be charging without carrying a charger. So these are the things which will happen. As I said, in the next 5 years, everything is going to be different. The edge, the things happen the edge, which is at the phone. The edge device, which is the mobile phone only, will completely change. And now I'd like to request Mr. Ansh Rathi, Chief Operating Officer NxtCell, Alcatel, which is. So firstly, I am very happy to have a very young person in the panel, because I want to hear his perspective as a young person, and he's launched a mobile phone and he has got a mobile phone in the market. So what are the challenges he's facing and what are the opportunities he sees? Over to you, sir.
Hi all, good evening and thank you all for joining here today. So I'm Ansh Rathi and I'm the CEO of NxtCell, and we have launched the Alcatel B2C segment mobility devices in India. So it's a very interesting story. When we were deciding what exactly we want to launch, what product we want to give to the consumers, we did a full market study, and we noticed in the last 4 to 5 years, the mobile devices have not changed. If you look at it, the model numbers were changing, the specs were increasing incrementally, but to be honest, technically there was nothing new coming into the devices. And that's when we decided we'll bring something completely new, a patented technology that aligns with the Gen Z in us. Gen Z, if I talk about myself personally, we are very much ingrained and we are very well taught in the start that our health is very important. And to align according to that, we decided that we will make a change to the smartphones that is equally helpful to your eyes and equally productive. So that's why we brought in a patented display technology, which is a next paper display that converts your regular display into a e-ink display. So technically your phone turns into a Kindle-like display, which is a mind-blowing technology in my opinion, because not only my eyes are stress-free, I was suffering through migraines, I was suffering through so many headaches. I have completely avoided that switching to this phone, and at the same time my battery life shoots up. So I think this is what innovation is all about. You need to find consumer pain points and you need to address them in a different manner. And what we have done is brought a patented technology that we have access for the next 25 years and no one else can copy us. And this is what we want to give to our Indian consumers as well.
Thank you very much, Ansh. I think you gave a good perspective of what you're doing to the mobile phone. I think I've got a clue from him. As I said, in the next 5 years, the edge device, which is the mobile phone, will completely change. I would like to challenge that maybe the user age will come down drastically. Suppose the average user age is now, let's say 20 years for the sake of argument. It will be 15 years or 12 years. And they will use a huge amount of data. They won't make much calls. The call is there. I mean, you can always make a mobile. The telephony part will be very, very low. It will be all data. It will be financial, this thing. It will be maybe lessons which he's studying from his university, whatever. I mean, and there's a huge amount of video which will get into this thing. And particularly with artificial intelligence and all that, and compression technology of videos, the video transfer will be much, much cheaper, etc., etc. So anyway, so coming back to panel, I now like to, as you know, India's distribution is very unique, unlike Europe, US, anywhere. India has the largest number of what is called mama papa shops, very small retail outlets, and all of us like to buy from our favorite retail store, either down the road or in a market. So the market, the physical marketplace for us is very important, despite the growth of e-commerce, which occupies about 20 to 25 to 30% of the volume, depending on the categories. But still the physical marketplace is very good, very important for us. We will go and meet, even if we don't buy anything, we'll meet our retailer, talk to them, etc. Now I'd like to request Mr. Syed Ibrahim. What he has done is he's a business head of a very interesting he has branded a retail chain called Chennai Mobiles. And he does a lot of work on the for selling mobile, servicing mobile, etc. from his chain of mobile stores. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody, and thanks for the opportunity being here. See, I am the business head. I represent a great retail chain, the Chennai Mobiles, which is from South. We have started our stores in 2003 with just 100 square feet, and now we have grown up to 150 stores, and our minimum store size are from 15,000 square feet. So this growth is not very easy. I think a lot of brand who are here, they would have seen our growth, and they have seen the phases of growth. So as sir said, the mobile business has started in 1995, and there were few brands which were, initially evolved during that time. I studied in UK. When I was there, I was using Alcatel, was my first mobile, and when I came here, Nokia. Then we had a lot of Motorola, and few mobiles were there. But now they are all into a different business. But they are not in the mobile trade, because when there is an evolution required, changes required, we have to adapt. And we have to move forward. Only those people will get success. Same way in retail industry, initially it was box selling, because people don't know about mobile. They just want to use mobile. They just purchase mobile and they'll just use it. Most of the people, they don't use what is there in the mobile, and they will just using it for calls and other thing. And if you see the mobile evolution, slowly it has killed, or it has eaten up a lot of technology which was unique, and everything was embedded within the mobile. For example, if you say Walkman, now it is not there. Most of the people, they don't, even they have watches, they don't use their watch to, see the time or see the date or other things. So everything what they want is, everything is included in the mobile. The technology is going very fast. So how any brand, which embedded the technology, whichever is fast growing, it get consistently grow in the market. Same way like retail. We started our store in 2003, and slowly we have grown only when we started our business in concept selling. So the concept selling is very, very important, because when a consumer get into the store, they come with now a lot of people come with what they want. Now the consumer, we don't want to educate the consumer, because before they enter the store, they know what they are going to buy, what specification, what price point. They are aware of everything. That is this stage after 30 years. But if you see in the early stages, people are ignorant of using mobile. So what we did a concept selling. We teach the customer how to use the gadgets, on how to use each and everything, and they can anytime they can call us and get updated on the futures or anything which they can use. And because of the retail chain, we are present in almost 52 cities and 2 states. So the power thing is like, anybody who buy a mobile from one city, and if they have been transferred or if they move to any other cities, they can get into any of our store and get the service what we are availing. So that was one of our biggest strength. And most challenges what we faced was setting up the store and giving the touch and feel to the consumer. Before, online was playing a big role in mobile industry. Retailers are bleeding, and everybody thought that we need to, wherever we make difference, 100% people accept it, and they support us. So what is missing from online, and what is a plus of retail is touch and feel, a trust what you build with the customer. If any consumer come to the store, they can see a number of models what they have on display. They can pick and choose. They might think that some X phone would be better for them, but when they come to the store and when they see some multiple phones, and they might get upgraded to the phone what they had in choice earlier. So this is what we did, and successfully we did this, and consistently we believe that our relationship between the customer starts when the sale happens. It is not, salespeople think that, once we sold the phone or any gadgets to the customer, our relationship ends there. No. We are just getting married to the customer, I'm saying. So from there, our partnership begins. So because only a customer, retail chain is only successful when when you get a repeated customer. So if I'm having some n number of customer and I have to view that how many customer has repeatedly visited my store in the n number of years, because everybody know that people changes their phone maybe in 1.5 years, sometimes 8 months, So average we say it as 1.5 years. So in that period, whether that particular customer has come to my store or if he's not come to my store, then we need to understand where we are missing. So that is how retail is an empire that has to be built by each brick. It cannot be done in overnight. So that is what that we are doing. So we have a legacy and trust of 22 years in this market. So we understood the market understood customer behavior and a lot of things. Then what we thought is, we thought of creating our own accessories brand. As iGear, sorry, I don't know his name, he said, accessories is the main business. As a retailer, I'll tell you, retailer make more margin and profit on the accessories. Because accessories, mobile, bring the consumer, but you make margin on the accessories. So the accessories, when any customer buy any accessories or any gadgets from our store or from any other store, they should have a hassle-free, they should enjoy the hassle-free service. So what we did is we understand this, we had 22 years of legacy. So what we did is we understand the market and consumer, and we have created our own brand called Planex, where we have entire range of accessories, and we give no question asked replacement warranty to the customer. If any customer who buys an accessories, our brand accessories, they can, if they have any complaint, they can replace the accessories instantly. That mainly they can replace in any of the 52 stores. So they can, if they are traveling anywhere, they can replace it in any of the stores. That is our strength. So we got customers consistently, and trust building was good, and that's how we have built this empire. And moreover, now accessories is a ecosystem. Accessories is not only fashion or a thing, it is a lifestyle. It gives privacy. It makes me happy, and it does not disturb the people who are near me. For example, most of the time if you are traveling in train or bus, people used to hear some music or see a movie where somebody wants to sleep, but still it would be disturbing. But now if you have a headphone or earphone or AirPod, so he can enjoy his movie and the other person can have a peaceful sleep. So it has given an environmental social responsibility also, we can say. So that is how we promote accessories. So accessories it is like binded with the mobile where you don't have a choice. And now you have multiple options. You can sell a lot of accessories to the consumer, depends on their need. So when you read the customer mind and their understanding and purpose, sales is a joy. It is it is not a pain. You can relaxedly you can do it. So that is how it is. So I think this industry will again evolve in a very big way. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. I think you've given a completely new perspective. From 100 square feet, you go to 52 stores, and within 22 years, you create a brand on top of a brand. On top of mobile phones, you create your own accessory brand. You move away from box selling to concept selling. You understand that the process of relationship with the customer starts after the sales is complete. First sale is completed. I mean, these are milestones in a marketing book, and you have followed everything to the T, and therefore you have got such a big brand. And this is all because, again, of the 30 years of mobile telephony in India. And there will be many such stores coming up. There are some stores already like Chroma which do multiple brands, but they focus on mobile phones. And it's so right to say that the accessories gives you the comfort. The life of a mobile phone, he's right, is about 1.5 years, but accessories maybe you want to change every 3 months, 6 months, what have you. It also is sustainable because you are able to listen to music or videos. Sometimes this can be a business video you're listening to. Maybe you're preparing for an exam on the mobile while you're traveling in a train, not disturbing the others. So I think these are all eye-openers to an industry which started 30 years back Nobody could even think that so many things can be done with the humble mobile phone, which is a small device in your pocket. So I'd now like to go to Mr. Himanshu Shah of MMDA. Now, he brings a different perspective. I would request him to talk from an association perspective. You know, all the mobile telephony industry ecosystem players are members of association. Those associations are very big. They are state associations, national association, and they are formed with the distributors and the retailers who do large businesses. So they have a serious impact, not only on the mobile industry ecosystem, but on the economy of India's at large. For example, right now, let's say the GST is still 18%. You know, is there a method of reducing it more so that there'll be more usage, etc.? I mean, these are just some examples. There may be many more challenges which he will talk about. So I want to request Mr. Himanshu Shah to talk from the association perspective. He is director of the SRK group, but I would like to request him to put on his association hat as MMDA and talk about the role of trade bodies in standardizing the quality benchmarks, curbing counterfeit products, particularly in the mobile accessory ecosystem. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. This is Himanshu from SRK Marketing. I represent SRK Group, but more importantly, today I'm representing MMDA, which is called as Mumbai Mobile Distributors Association. So it's been honor to be here. I thank Swapan Roy for giving an opportunity to be here on this platform and represent, what is the association all about and how can we be better and how do we take it more, in a smoother and better way to bridge between the retail community, the distributor community and the company. So this association was formed somewhere in 2016, and the main reason why this association was formed was we realized that the industry is growing, the business is growing, the business is dynamic. There are a number of channels which are coming into this industry, so be it online, be it LFRs, be it ROT, and then there were some turbulences which was disturbing the entire business ecosystem. So one fine day we realized when we couple of distributors met, and we realized that there are some common problems which needs to be addressed. But as an individual distributor, it was becoming difficult for us to meet the partners or meet the principal company and put our points. Then how can it be done without hurting anyone's interest, but putting our point forward, wherein the points also get addressed. There can be a sanity in the system. There can be an fair playing field to the entire channel. So this is how it got formed. And believe me, there were some basic principles when we thought, when we planned that we want to have this association. The first was that we want to become a voice of the retail partner, because the entire distribution fraternity stands on the support of the retail partners that they serve. So they are the backbone of our industry. So if there is a retail fraternity, if there's a retail business to this country, then the distributors are here for. And they are technically the bridge between the MNCs or the companies and the retail partner, and they are the mouth of these retailers. But at times it was becoming for a retail partner also to come forward and talk about the pains that they're going to. So then we decided that let's form an association who can represent the body, who can represent the traders, who can take the problems ahead and take it to the right forum and find the right solution. And believe me, I think it paid a good result. So there were some issues in the past where there were issue with the pricing with different channels, but we took it up, and it was more with online those days. And when we took it up with the company took some times, but now when we see back, there are different models which run into online and there are different models which runs into offline. And the difference in pricing that we had some years back and today when we sit together, I think most of the things are almost sorted. Yes, there are going to be turbulences, there are going to be challenges because the channels are different. But if we see back the problems that we had some years ago and where we are today, I see a hell lot of difference between both the period. We also thought that let us also focus as an association to safeguard the interest of the entire community when it comes to change in taxation, change in the laws by the government, and how do we empower our partners to understand these laws properly, to see to it that they follow it properly, so that when they know the laws properly, they would be able to implement into their businesses, and how do they educate to the retailer partners as well. So it become a good platform in all, where transformation of information to the partners became easy. Access for the partners also became easy when there were some issues which were common to all of us, that I am facing this issue with the taxation, or might be supply chain, or might be poaching of manpower. So there were many such issues which were managed individually earlier, but since the association was formed, we all came onto a common platform where we had a liberty, we had an access, we had a freedom to speak to each other very freely, flawlessly, and if there were any turbulences, there were panel which got involved and saw to it that we get the right resolution. One also good aspect that we had, and where we were successful in the past, was there were a couple of brands which are not present in today's scenario doing business in mobility in India, but when they were exiting the business, there were a lot of claims which were pending for them to be settled to the distributors and to the retail partners, which they were shying away. But the association came together. We took an decision that let us approach these companies and let us ask them that this is not the way that you do business, and you have to settle this, or else we'll have to take it other way, and we'll also ensure that no other distribution partner entertains the brand in Mumbai, because you not paying claims to any of the partners in Mumbai, or might be any other part of country, is not something that you have committed. Please adhere it. At the same time, we also wanted to balance the brands, and we decided that we will go only by the books of law. We will only follow something that is a written communication either of the sides. And believe me, we were successful in addressing those issues, addressing the problem that the retail community would have faced in some time, and also the distribution partners. So we are always striving that how can we be more efficient, how can we bring a value addition to the chain, how can we mitigate the problems that occur in doing the business in a daily life, how can we see that all the partners are enabled in a proper way, wherein he has an equal right, equal access to fight the competition or the channel which is rightly available in the market. I think it has given us immense opportunity to serve, but yes, it has not been completed yet. There are miles to go, and we look forward that how do we nurture this relationship more stronger. We look forward that how do we build it more stronger, and not only as a distributor association. Sometime, a couple of minutes back, when we were having a coffee outside, we spoke to a couple of retail partners, and one of the partner expressed, yes, this is the first time that the distributors and the retailers have come together. Something what I realized that time was that we all are here for a common objective of doing business. We all are here for selling the same and common commodity, which is phones and accessories. The objective is same, the objective is same, the journey is same, the target is same. How can we gel more well? How can we create a good ecosystem between both the communities? How can we ensure, how can we see that this becomes more seamless, this becomes more confident, this becomes more interactive, and how do we address each other's problems? So I think this is something that gave us an opportunity to gel well, come together, exchange our ideas. And there were many issues in the past which as an association we tried to solve. Sometimes we succeeded, sometimes we didn't. But I can assure that the intent of this association in Mumbai is like that, how do we gel well, how do we create a smooth journey? And I think there are years more to go, and I think we can build it more stronger. And also, I'll tell you one more example, which was, just 24 hours back. There is some doubt or a gray area in which there is a huge working capital of the entire channel which is getting stuck because of some taxation which has been recently brought into system by Indian government. We just appraised it to the right authorities that how can we resolve this issue, and how can we ensure that that working capital can be replowed by the distributors, by the retailers, and how can we free that by all legitimate means, and how can we empower the retail partners and the association to perform in a better way. So thanks for giving this opportunity to be here. Thanks.
I think thank you so much. You have really covered every aspect what an ideal association should do. With this, I'd like to thank my panel members for an excellent discourse on a very, very important topic and industry. And I'd like to hand over to the organizers to take the event forward.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions, we can
Sorry,
take a couple of them.
Any questions from the audience, you may please ask any of the panel members if you have any questions.
Anyone? And we can have the mic. You can just take the mic to the audience. If anyone can just raise your hand. Yeah, right there. Can we have the mic for the audience, please? We need one mic for the audience.
Yeah.
Question is from Chennai Mobiles. How important is to sell accessories along with mobiles? What should be the attach ratio and what impact it can make on profitability?
It's a very nice question. And if every salesman understand this, every retail chain will be very, very successful. Minimum attach ratio has to be 10% of the value. See, selling cover and tempered glass is not accessory sales, we say our team. It is a necessary commodity that they buy to protect their mobiles. So people will say that I have sold accessories, I have sold tempered glass, I have sold cover. No, that is like a dress to the mobile. But we have to educate our team to sell more of gadgets oriented things. For that they have to understand the customer requirement and the model what they are using and which accessory is connected to this. They have to sell the entire ecosystem to the consumer to make a profitable business. For example, I'll tell you what all can be sold with the mobile. For example, if a customer is buying a mobile, we can sell tempered glass and cover, that is as usual it goes. Power bank we can sell neckband and also true wireless. And there are now people have multiple charges, they carry multiple charges, they travel a lot, they keep one in office, they keep one in home or places. So we can sell 2-3 components of same category to a consumer. And car charger, nowadays you have car charges with overcurrent protections. As he said, we have PD charges where automatically when you charge up to 80%, it has got a AI PD chip in the charger where the charger understand the lives, how the consumer is charging the particular phone. So automatically if somebody is charging the phone at night 10 o'clock and is taking it 6 o'clock in the morning, it comes to 80% and it stops. And whenever the charging is removed, it senses that, and before that it will get full. So that is how it is. Or even if it is charged full, after that the power cutoff goes down. So even in car adapter, if you see, when you raise the accelerator invariably, the power goes, current supply is uneven. So we have a overcurrent protection. So when you explain the product to the consumer, on the perspective, they will 100% buy because it is necessary for them. So answer to your question is we need minimum 10% on the value of the mobile. For example, if somebody is selling 1 lakh worth of phone, they have to minimum sell 10,000 rupees of accessories. We might think it is bigger, but if a person who is buying a 1 lakh phone, 10,000 accessories is nothing for it. Because a charger or whatever we sell, it starts with 3,000 rupees. If we sell 3 to 4 gadgets, automatically he can achieve the target. But minimum variant has to be above 7%. Healthy ratio is 10%.
Any other question? Otherwise, we close. Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I'm Raghav. I'm from the distribution fraternity only. So my question is to Mr. Syed only. I just want to ask you, being a owner of so many stores, so how do you tackle the challenges of different channels in your stores? Because now the market is segregated, as you know, into say modern trade, online, RRF chains, and etc. And there are a lot of challenges, be it pricing, be it different models, different channels. So how, as a store owner of so many stores, how do you tackle at your store points those challenges? That's my question.
Before I answer your question, I am not the owner of the store. I am the business head. I am an employee.
Okay,
so
correction.
I just want to correct it. Thank you. And second thing, see, as you said, the uniqueness what you have in your business, make you to stand alone. For example, when online was there, as I said, when online was the biggest threat to us, we were not able to sell mobiles because the price was very, very challenging. We are forced to give, discounts on the pattern because otherwise we might miss our customers. Because one customer is gone from your counter, we don't know whether he might come back or not. So you have to spend your full energy or your everything to retain him. Retention is very, very important. So the main challenge is what we are facing is to retain the customer and acquire the customer. It is only the difference how you make. Because if you go to a hotel or anywhere industry you go, the way you are treated, the way you've been sent off, the way you have been welcomed, matters a lot for you more than the money. Because today, people value respect and their gesture more than the money. So we teach our team to be very, very, very we have to be very mingled with the customer. Make sure that customer should feel us like a family, and anything happens, whenever they want, they should call us for their solution. We should be ready to give solution to them. If you see online, after from this April, they have stopped giving the replacement of the handsets. So earlier they used to buy, they can replace in there a lot of things. But lot of problems have arrived. But we should not blame any industry because everybody is there to do a business. We should find a way which way we are better than our competition, which way we are better than our threats. I mean, what is the solution for our threats? And if we educate our team and if we go forward, things will be positive always.